So, hello and welcome to this special live chat with Yagyaa Srivastava, an international Katak dance instructor and performer. This event is organized by MUE Online, Maharishi University of Enlightenment Online, which is an online learning platform offering consciousness-based education specifically designed for women throughout the world. So, I'm very excited to be here at this time and have Yagya to talk about her upcoming dance course with MUE Online. So thank you so much, Yagya, for being here. I know that it's very late where you are joining from in India. And just to quickly introduce Yagya, Yagya is a Katak dancer from India, a master's in business administration by education, and a dancer by calling. She chose her love for dance as a full-time career. She is listed as a promising artiste under the Government of India's International Culture Initiatives and has been giving performances in India and abroad across the major Indian cities of Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, at the prestigious Yoga Festival in Rishikesh, and festivals in Czech Republic, including at the Embassy of India at Prague. Along with performing, she has also been conducting regular workshops, courses, and lecture demonstrations, both online and in residence. Yagya integrates her experiences of Transcendental Meditation with her knowledge of Indian classical dance and shares a holistic approach to wellness and personal growth through the practice of dance. So welcome very much, Yagya ji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shrita, for having me here today for the live chat. It's lovely to connect with all of you from halfway across the globe, literally right now. I think this is one thing that the pandemic has given us is this virtual space where we can come in and share knowledge, and it has really made our world much more smaller now, in a sense. So it's lovely to be here today. And also very, very excited for this course with Maharishi University of Enlightenment. We have this session, like you rightly said, to address any questions, any concerns, any doubts that people and ladies may have when it comes to Indian classical dance and learning dance online. So, yes, I think let's just dive right in.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. And what is it about dance that people love so much that's such universally enjoyable by everyone everywhere?
Yes, we all love to dance, Shraddha, don't we? We dance with joy, we dance to celebrate, we dance to express so much and also freedom a lot of times. And like you rightly said, the dance is so universal and it is something that has been integral to all the cultures around the world in varied forms and styles. Every country and every region in the world has its own style of dance, whether a classical, more structured style, or folk dancing, or social dancing. Dance has always been a part of our lives. And there's actually a lot of research that has been done more so in the past few years on the therapeutic value of dance and the various benefits that dance has for the body, mind, and soul. And now it is a well-known fact that dancing releases all our happy hormones. So when we dance, it releases endorphins and serotonin and all happiness hormones in our body. And chemically, we end up feeling joyful, we end up feeling blissful at the end of a practice of dance. And also, all of us, we have a natural tendency to respond to rhythm. Even as kids, as babies, even before we learn a language, we learn to use words. The body responds to rhythm. As we grow, of course, that goes a little out of our lives. But even now, when we hear a good rhythm, don't we automatically start to sway our bodies? to rhythm. So we are naturally wired to respond to rhythm. Our hearts have a rhythm. They beat to rhythm. It could be tak, tak, tak. So it could be a slow rhythm or a fast rhythm, but it would definitely have a very specific and definitive rhythm. So our bodies function to rhythmic clocks and cycles. So something which is so natural to our physiologies, I would tend to believe that where there is rhythm, there is life. And where there is rhythm, there is also dance and music. And through these shorter online courses now, our hope is to bring this joy of dance and the bliss of dance to as many people as we can.
Well, that sounds great. Yeah, it's true. There's so many different types of dance and so many ways that dance can be interpreted, and amidst all the different types of dances around the world, so many different variations. What is specifically unique about the Katak style?
Kathak is one of the classical dance styles of India. So, to give everyone an idea, when we talk of dance, we can broadly categorize dance into classical dance and folk dance. Now, classical dances are more structured, they have a set framework and rules that we follow, and they are taught as a structured discipline. While as folk dancing is more spontaneous dancing, and folk dancing becomes very region specific. In India, since India has had a very, very rich culture and tradition of dance and arts, uh, India has 8 different styles of classical dance forms. And Kathak is one of those 8 classical dance styles. Now, Kathak, the word Kathak, comes from the root word katha, which means a story. So essentially, Kathak is storytelling through dance. While we perform and we practice, we can pick up stories from ancient scriptures, from the Vedas, the Puranas, or different scriptures from all around the world, even. And when we talk of story, we can also narrate stories then which are very, very personal to us and out of our own lives, because dance at the end is a language, it is a medium of communication. And once we know how to use that language, what is the basic vocabulary, what are the gestures of the hands that we can use, and the body and the face that we can use, we can express our own personal stories through the medium of Kathak. And that I think I have always found very, very beautiful about this dance form. And Kathak specifically is characterized by delicate and graceful movements of the body. So you find that the movements are very fluidic. We dance to different rhythm structures, different melodies. There are delicate expressions of the face. And then there are gestures of the hands, which we call hasta mudras, and they have specific meanings. And all these come together to form bigger pieces of dance or choreographies or stories that we then express through Kathak. And I think I will not get into too much of detail into what the style of Kathak is. And I have a very in-depth 10-minute video also on my YouTube channel. And I think I'll be happy to share that link with people who want to know a bit more about the dance style. And they would get a more elaborate idea on Kathak in that video. Now, all the classical dance styles of India trace their origins back to very ancient Sanskrit text and Sanskrit literature. There are this text called as the Natya Shastra or the Natya Veda. Then there is Sangeet Ratnakar and Abhinay Darpan, and all these various texts which give us the guidelines, which give us various gestures and expressions and movements, basically helping us build the vocabulary upon which we create further movements of the dance of Kathak and also other dance styles of India. When we speak about personal stories and bringing it really close to the dancer, there are certain emotions and feelings which every individual feels close to a certain emotion or a feeling in life in general. Mm-hmm. And to be able to depict that or express that feeling or thought or emotion, not through words, but through dance, is something that an Indian classical dance training equips us with. So it is not just stories, but also these various emotions of happiness, of joy, of peace, even anger and courage. So these are various rasas. That's a different segment of Indian classical dance. But as we internalize the dance and as we internalize the knowledge of Indian classical dance, we are able to express these innermost thoughts and feelings through the medium of Kathak. And that experience of being able to translate those very subtle and minute feelings, which really are experienced at a very silent level inside of our consciousness, to be able to translate that into movement and bring that out into the outer world. That has made my personal journey with Kathak extremely enriching, and that has added a lot of value personally to my life as a dancer.
So when did you start dancing Katak?
Yes, that is an interesting background to my entire dance journey, and I give that credit to my mom. And my mom was the one who put me into Indian classical dance training when I was very, very young. I was about 4 or 4.5 years old. In India, that is also an approximate age when parents encourage their kids to pick up an art form and to learn a classical art form. It could be music, it could be dance, could be instrumental or vocal music. And my mom thankfully picked an Indian classical dance form. And I was trained in a different Indian classical dance form called Bharatanatyam as a kid. So that training continued till about a few years, till the time I was in school and pursuing my education. Kathak happened much later in my life when I was actually during my professional life. When I was a working professional and I was in the advertising industry, I got introduced to the dance style of Kathak, and somewhere within my heart and my soul, I was drawn to that style of dance. So I've just found a natural inclination to, because both these styles of dancing, Bharatanatyam and Kathak, although they are both Indian classical dance forms, they are also very, very different in their techniques and in their style. And personally, for me, I felt a great affinity to the Kathak style of dance for its grace and for its delicate expressions and for its ability to say these very, very personal stories in an extremely relatable manner and share that with people. So that is how I was drawn to it. And eventually it so happened that Kathak started to really fill my heart and soul and mind and body. And after a few years of training in Kathak and also juggling Kathak dance training with my job, I decided to then pursue Kathak as a full-time pursuit in my life. And like you said in my introduction, the 7 years in advertising were almost coming to an end when I took up Kathak as an art form for life. So that was my background of taking Kathak and now continuing with Kathak. And today, when I get to teach and share the knowledge of Kathak with people, with women from around the world, that is highly, highly satisfying for me. And when I see the joy in their faces as they dance and as they experience the benefits of dancing, I think that's very, very enriching and satisfying for me.
Beautiful. Well, I think everyone's going to be very excited to join your course, which starts in just a week. So it's, everyone's that I've talked to about it is just very excited to experience it. I've already taken a course that you've taught, and it's really just full of knowledge. And you can tell that there's a personal affinity that you share with all your students. So it's very clear that this is something that just comes natural, and you're, very expert at it, and you've had a lot of success. So it's beautiful to see, and great that you're going to be offering this course with MUE. In your, yeah. So we did mention earlier that, you integrate your experiences of transcendental meditation with your knowledge of Katak. And we also mentioned earlier that you share a holistic approach to wellness and personal growth through the practice of dance. So this next question is, very important for MUE, offering consciousness-based education. Well, this is a dance course. How does it relate to consciousness-based education? Or more specifically, how does it relate to Maharishi's science of consciousness?
Yes, thank you for that question. That is an interesting and a very important question. Also, something that the participants will experience really in the 4 weekend course of how dancing relates with Maharishi Science and Technology of Consciousness. But to give everyone an idea, a broad introduction, Indian classical dancing is really consciousness-based dance. And when Maharishi has spoken of Indian classical dance, he has spoken of Indian classical dance as being a Vedic performance. Now we're using the word Vedic, which comes from the root Veda, which essentially means total knowledge or total natural law. And that is the basis of all creation in life. And since Maharishi Ji has spoken so beautifully of Indian classical dance as an aspect also of Vedic science and of holistic well-being and holistic health and wellness, there is a very interesting statement which I would like to share with everyone, where Maharishi Ji had said that Indian classical dance is the most natural and complete technology for enlivening the relationship between transcendental self-referral being and its expression in the world of physiology. So this connection being made of the inner world with the outer world is what Indian classical dance is all about. And yes, like you rightly said, I have been practicing transcendental meditation for many years, and I've also been practicing the dance form of Kathak. And personally, I have felt how the practice of transcendental meditation has complemented my practice of the dance form of Kathak. And both these experiences have for me, they've become so integrated and they've become one. And I can really experience that coherence and that harmony. So one tends to understand how different fields of Vedic science are actually related to one another, and and they can be practiced and experienced for holistic wellness and health. Indian classical dance also, since we are calling it Vedic dance, is also because it is an aspect of Maharishi Ji's Vedic approach to health, and is practiced as a form of therapy or self-care. We're also saying this, Shweta, because Vedic dance or Indian classical dance has so many benefits, and every aspect of an Indian classical dance has benefits for the body, mind, and soul. And also, all these aspects coming together as a whole is therapeutic as well. So, not just each aspect of dance and all the aspects coming as a whole. So, even if we are doing the footwork in Kathak, which is essentially we are uh, making sounds with the feet, even that enlivens all the organs in the body because all the pressure points in our feet are activated as we do the footwork in Indian classical dance. And as those pressure points are activated, all the organs are energized and the blood circulation improves. The flow improves in our physiology. So therefore, each aspect of Indian classical dance has has a therapy value to it. And of course, we will be going much more deeper into all these aspects of Indian classical dance as therapy and as a Vedic science in our course. But it is for now, it is just important to just understand how Indian classical dance is being integrated as a part of Vedic science and is being structured now in these forms of courses to be shared with people online. So, yeah, this is just to give a background of how Indian classical dance or Vedic dance connects with Maharishi's science of consciousness. You know, these are dance forms which are practiced and performed and experienced with that absolutely silent level of feeling and thought, and the most subtle level of feeling and thought. So that is the field, the unified field, as Maharshi Ji has called it. That is also the basis of all Indian classical dance forms, and that is what we will experience in these 4 weekends that we will meet.
Sounds fantastic. So another component of MUE online is that it's specifically catered towards courses designed for women. So if you can speak about, and you were talking about, just how it benefits in general, if you could speak more about what is specifically, for women, what will they get from this course when they take it?
Dancing generally has, like you rightly said, it is beneficial to all and everybody enjoys dancing. But these are courses which are very, very specifically designed for women. And, women, Shrita, we wear so many hats. Yes. We are mostly juggling between a large number of roles. So a woman would be working a job and also being a primary caregiver to her family. And between all these things that we have, which really packs our schedules and all our days, we tend to find very little time for ourselves. And this is where my hope is to design these courses and to design a dance routine as a form of self-care, as a form of holistic wellness that women, even if they can take out 10 to 15 minutes and incorporate a daily routine of dance with these so many benefits that come with the practice of dance, it becomes their routine of wellness for the day. It helps them stay fit, in shape. Dance is great for body flexibility, for body mind coordination, for building stamina. And of course, in the end, the very, very beautiful aspect of being able to express our innermost thoughts and feelings. And I keep coming back to that because mostly in any physical exercise or any physical form of activity, the mind tends to not be so engaged. But in dancing, we are able to express these deep-rooted emotions and feelings as well through dance. And I think that is a great aspect and a great benefit for women who could do and incorporate a bit of dancing. And it's highly de-stressing. As an activity, it is a complete workout in itself. We don't need any specific gym gear. We don't have to invest in any fancy equipment or any specific outfit to be able to do it. All we would need is a little space and those 15 to 20 minutes that we give to ourselves for really a full body and mind workout. So therefore, I believe that as women, there is so much that one can take out from any routine of Indian classical dance practice. And these courses, like you mentioned, even in the introduction, are designed for beginners and absolutely non-dancers and absolute beginners. And that is another aspect that we've seen, and I've also experienced that a lot of women have always wanted to dance and have always wanted to learn dance, but because of certain responsibilities that come about in life and lifestyle changes and families happen and jobs happen and careers happen and dance tends to take a backseat. And I think this is the chance really for both of us to meet and have this common platform where we design these absolutely beginner level courses and give all the women, as many women as we can around the world, uh, the knowledge of dancing and have them benefit from the practice of Indian classical dancing.
Thank you for that answer. Learning dance in person is one thing, but learning it online is something completely different. And so what's your approach to teaching online dance classes? And then another question is about if there's an age limit.
Okay. Yes. So
dance, for example.
Let's address the age limit first because age is just a number, right? And it's just a number in our head, really. So no, it does not matter. And if I could just put it simply, since I've been teaching for the last few years, and let me just say that I've had students from 6 to 60. So it really doesn't matter. Like I also said, that there are so many different aspects to the Kathak dance. And in case there could be people who could have certain physical challenges as of now, or medical situations or medical conditions which limits or permits a lot of movement. We have even given sessions where we can just sit and we focus on just the hand mudras or the gestures of the hands as a form also of therapy and also as, again, a language or a medium of communication. So we are able to do maybe not very, very exhaustive, elaborate pieces, but yes, it is absolutely possible to dance even sitting, only using the hands and the eyes and the face. So we've experienced that in our sessions as well. So there is really no age limit to dancing. And like they say that, the best time to start learning dancing was yesterday, and the next best time is today. So it's a beginner's level course. And to answer the other question that we have about it being an online module, I think that it is a blessing that we are able to bring these courses through the online platform, because I'm sitting in India right now, of course, and we have this course for ladies in the US, and a personal session right now, if it may not be possible, but we have designed these courses which are very, very easy paced, and the instructions given are also slow, and we break the session every 15 minutes and 20 minutes. There is ample of time in every session for feedback, for interaction, and for questions. The other thing is that in all these short format courses, we try and limit the group size so that there is more personal attention that we can give to the participants in the course, and the feedback mechanism becomes much better. The other thing that is very important in online, and which does not really happen in personal and private live sessions, is video recordings. So at the end of each session, the recordings of each session is uploaded, it's put online for the participants to refer to, and they can go back, see the recordings as many times, follow the instructions from the videos, and then come back also in the next session with questions and doubts and concerns. And these recordings are uploaded and available for a long period of time, so they do not go anywhere, and there is always a reference point even after the course ends. So I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to teach online now, and NUE is providing a wonderful platform for that, and we do make use of technology as much as we can to the best of our abilities to be able to share this knowledge and bring it to people.
I agree that it's wonderful that we're able to have this connection even and offer courses from around the world and show that kind of connectivity and diversity is so important in education too. So thank you for that beautiful answer. So there's just one last question before we end, because we have gone a little bit over. Is this going to be an ongoing offering? Will there be follow-up sessions after the course for women who want to keep practicing together?
We would hope so. We would, I think, between MUE and as a Kathak teacher, we would hope to have these sessions as ongoing sessions, or we may come up with a follow-up course as well for the participants who join us on this course, and then there would be a follow-up course. We would hope to have continuity in the courses, I think, and we'll keep everyone updated on courses. And like I've also been teaching online, and I also teach online, and those are also continuous and regular sessions that I offer for ladies as well. So there would always be continuity. I think we would hope to have continuity in through MUE, and till such time that a follow-up course could come, it is always a good idea to have this group meet regularly, say once a fortnight or once a week. And I think that is something that MUE can also look into, and have these sessions where the ladies can meet and continue their practice till such time that we come up with a follow-up course. That as long as, as everybody gets to dance, I think, and as much as they can dance, it'll always be good.
Yeah, no, it would definitely be something worthwhile looking into. We have this platform. Having that community is so powerful. In all of our courses, we've seen dance would be a perfect way to, just have fun, de-stress, as you were saying, learn something new. You get some good exercise, in a very comfortable online learning environment. So that would be great. And
Absolutely. Yes. And creating that community that you so rightly said, and it will be beautiful to have that community of women and Vedic dancers as.
So thank you so much, Yagya, for joining us. It's incredibly inspiring and informing, and we cannot wait till your course starts in just 1 week from today. So next Sunday, your course will be starting at the same time, 11:30 a.m. EDT, New York time, which is 10:30 a.m. Central time in the United States. And the sessions will be for 1.5 hours, with some, chances for Q&A at the end of the session. And it'll be lively and interactive and so much to learn. That'll be just so much fun that you can practice anywhere and keep with you, wherever you go. And this is a beginner's course. There's no prerequisite for it. So if you have danced before, if you haven't, it doesn't matter, no prerequisite. You can just sign up. The link to our page, to our website, is in the chat. We've already posted that. So click there, sign up quickly, and to mention again that these classes will be recorded. So if you can't make the live class, then you'll be able to quickly catch up with the recording that will be made available very quickly after the live session. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Yagya, so much. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Shrita. It's lovely. Lovely being on the live chat with you, which we finally
we finally
managed to figure out.
3 times the charm. So that was interesting itself. But yeah, we're really happy that we got to do this finally, and that we're having this course in Vedic dance.